Greetings, traveler.
All right, here we are watching a Jeef game. It's gonna be Golden Arrow, Beast, Elemental, Mech, Pirate, and Dead. Wow, that's got a lot of money in it. We've got your Beast for Rylak, and then the Elemental rerolls, something Jeef loves to do. We've also got Pirates for some extra money. He does have Hogger, but Jeef does like picking Sneed. Now, it is a Beast plus Undead lobby, and he's still happy to take it here, which for me is quite interesting and might make me value Sneed a bit higher. It could also be that Jeef is just, you know, he's so confident in his ability that he'll just make Sneed work, because Sneed is one of those heroes that has a very minor buff early on where you're not taking as much damage because you're spawning with the shield. So you've got 20 armor, and then you get some extra wins because you have that little extra 2-1 on the board. So let's call it maybe 25, 27 armor realistically. That's a lot of health, right? That's like patchwork levels. So it's kind of like a patchwork. And then in the end game, if you can get Reborn on your buddy, and he's talking about it right now. If you can hold Heroic Underdog, you spawn a Divine Shield Heroic Underdog, which is essentially like a poison that's going to kill two things. It can go wrong, yes. We also see that Jeef here just went straight 4-on-4. I think in Golden Arrow, if you can do that, that is great. So he's going to golden the Macaw. He doesn't want to wait too long. He's got a Death Rattle. That's so sick. So now he's going to get a lot of money, and he can use the spells to start stabilizing. He's actually considering going for the 2-1 taunt here, just to protect his Macaw. But now he's thinking, now that I have guys, should I just like hold that and sit, or what's the line here? Yeah, I think he's legitimately gonna sell it for the 2-1 because he's so worried that he's not gonna get Macaw value, which makes sense. So this is one of those things where you have to look at your board and what it does, as opposed to just the individual minions, because normally you would never sell a Geist for a little 2-1 taunt, but he has Golden Macaw with that Death Rattle. So if that Macaw or that Death Rattle gets sniped, he loses so much value that it's definitely worth just going in on the Taunt Reborn. He takes the Reborner because he does have a lot of undead that are coming in here. Yeah, Bonnet gives you a lot of money here, so you can level up. Now we can get tier 5s. I mean, this is whatever, so just gonna take it. Yeah, he's gonna hold Carapace for this round, I'm guessing. Ooh, wait. Oh, that works, I guess. That's cute. That is cute, right? You do Reborn it like that. Oh my god, yeah, look at Jeef. Oh, I wonder, does the Flaming card get summoned by the Sneed buddy? Man, that is so cool. That is really, really nice. I didn't even think about that, where he could just Reborn the thing, and he doesn't have to hold it in his hand. So he got the Carapace for this fight, making him stronger, and he got the minion on the board to generate more Carapace. Wow. This is just why I love watching Jeef games, right? I've already seen a few things here where I say, and it does get summoned. Man. The decisiveness of well to just like golden that Macaw straight off. I think it's also because he needs to use his arrow that turn 100%. So if he waits and he doesn't roll a better one, like in Golden Macaw builds into a lot of cool stuff, right? You can absolutely use a Golden Macaw for a very long time, if not the whole game. So it's one of those investments that's yeah, now he has Crasher. So Crasher, Golden Macaw. He would probably, oh, he has the rolls for Rylak, but that might be a bit much. New hero power is fine because he already has the thing on the board. Silas usually? Ooh, Ticketus. Okay, I guess he gets the prize next turn. That's true. It's turn 7. So the prize turns are 4, 8, 12, 16. So Jeef, obviously knowing that, gets the Reborn here. Oh my god, that's so much value. So we've already reborned our, ooh, double ghoul. Okay. And then he has Carap. Ooh, okay, he didn't get it down, but whatever. So looks like he is farming for this turn, and then next turn he's going to get, ooh, is he even going to get his prize? Is his hand going to be too full? I think that's a thing, right? I don't know if Ticket has his hand protection. Either way, he's getting a lot of value this turn, and then he's looking at double Catacomb Crasher with the Caretaker to stabilize, and that's such an important step, where if you have a bad game, that's likely a step that you skipped knowingly or unknowingly, right? where you failed to set up a position where you have a board that actually generates some stats that can help you not lose fights. So Jeef here, it's not that he necessarily wants to play Overflow for the entire game. He might not. Oh, there is hand protection. That's so good. Thank you very much, Blizzard. Okay, he's not going to swap his hero power again after getting the prize. Just going to get the armor. That's fair. So Jeef here setting up for that Overflow. Does get the Carapace for a triple. Yeah, he Goldens it. I mean, I guess with Golden and he has New Zhao, maybe he does play Overflow for the entire game. It's an option. It is an option. We have a taunt. Where is that taunt going? Carapace, I'm guessing? I mean, he has no spell power for Carapace, so... kind of... Skip the Reborn earlier. It's a bit early to, I guess, care for reborning his buddy. For those of you that might be wondering, like, oh, why didn't he do that? Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the Carapace. That does also make sense, because he's not really a Carapace build anymore. Gonna get the turtle here. Are we cashing it in? We are. Classic Jeef. And he got something reasonable out of it. Very nice. So should be getting a huge amount of stats here, because that's a very early golden catacomb. So Jeef pretty slow on using his arrows, but getting massive value on it. We saw that first arrow not being used on tier 3, and then that second arrow waiting until he has that nice target. So he can farm a lot of spell power, but he just sold his golden Carapace, which is really frustrating here. If he still had Carapace on the board, he could fully switch into Carapace, but there are no dragons, so it's not that strong. Okay, just gonna take the double. Ooh, Reborn for your Radio Star, maybe. Hey Asmo, thank you so very much for the raid. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful stream. Always great to see you, man. I hope you're really doing well. We're just watching a Jeep game here. We took Radio Star instead of Time Orb Geist because we had already sold our Carapace, but also Dragons are out, so I'm not even sure how good that is. We have the reroll package in the shop, but it's a little late for that. I guess rolling for Titus here is the main thing, right? Try to hit that Titus with the golden arrow. So skipping the Reborn for the Radio Star earlier probably made sense, because if he doesn't have Titus on the board yet, he probably doesn't even want to fit the Radio Star because it's just not that good. So just rolling, but now that he didn't have any gold left and he can't hit the Golden Titus this turn, decides to freeze the Reborn after all, buy it next turn, and then probably just hope to hit that Titus with the remaining 7 gold. But he's got a bit more than 7 because he's got like a minion in his hand he can sell, probably 1 or 2 minions off the board he can sell, because he would have to make board space for the Titus and the Radio Star, which is a little tricky when you're running this particular board. You don't have that much space. It's easy to sell your Ghoul here, your 11 and 9. But then what else would you sell? He's considering Spore to hold for his buddy, because we are in the top 5 already. So the game is going pretty quickly. I saw your video about JJ Buddy in the Amalgam lobby. Why can't... Yeah, I don't know when I recorded that, but that's kind of interesting. Like, for you, it's fresh, right? You just come off the video. It's like, hey, why couldn't he do this particular play on turn 15 where you're saying, like... And I'm just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I would have to watch the video like to see what you're talking about. Okay, so we're freezing the underdog here. We're taunting Catacomb because it's reborn. So even if he ends up killing it, it's going to respawn and still give him the value, which is such a Jeef play, right? Because he knows he wants a taunt, right? He doesn't want his buddy getting sniped, probably. Well, he doesn't want his macaw getting sniped. He doesn't want his caretaker getting sniped. So just getting a taunt is great. And he says, oh, well, this thing is reborn. And if it's reborn, then even if they snipe it with a Leroy first, I'll be okay. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of stats. And then he summons it. That's like the crazy part, right? Radio Star puts it in his hand, and if the buddy's still alive, it'll summon whatever is in his hand. So he can actually make a second board on the fly. We still have that arrow. We're still looking for Titus. Titus would make this really crazy because he's getting a lot more stats, but he could also steal way more cards with the Radio Star. He would actually steal triples straight up with the Radio Star. Freezing that metal dispenser will make it pretty big so that he has a big unit to summon with his buddy, I guess. That's the idea here. Okay, the opponent is large, which is scary, but also exciting because we have Radio Star. Just gotta hope we don't lose a reborn on our Radio Star here. Yeah, we barely lose anything. We do lose our golden minion. We did taunt it, so we didn't know the risks, but ooh, that's a big boy. Okay, wait, we don't even lose, do we? Because the Sneed has reborn here. Bruh. Bruh.
Say hello to my little friend.
Bruh. This is... I'm looking at that board at the beginning of the fight. I'm like, oh, right. We take some damage here, but you know, we got the damage cap. It's okay. And then I'm just like, oh, we don't even lose. Oh, look, I've got a golden Tethys. My Tethys now, baby. Let's go. Yeah, okay, I guess we have a golden Tethys. And this is where it's also just very satisfying to watch Jeef because, let's face it, if we are in this position, we are playing Catacomb Crasher, and it is hard for us to make that switch to say, oh, I have some stats now. The only reason I had the Catacomb Crasher was to get stats, but I have those stats right now, so I don't really care. I'm just going to put that Tethys on the board. I'll sell the Crasher because, you know, that condition is already met, right? Like, I needed the Crasher for stats, but the Tethys now has some stats, and the Radio Star is slowly stealing it. Jeef can make that transition from I'm playing this comp to, oh, I have this cool opportunity and I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. So selling his New Zao, selling his regular Catacomb Crasher. Still chasing after that Titus here because that would be so sick. He'll get so many more cards from the Radio Star, right? He'll get 3 every time. So he basically triples stuff too. So shield his buddy to protect it from getting sniped early, which would make sense here. Metal Dispenser will give him gold. So ends up playing that. Also big stats, right? So that does make sense as well. Well, that's a big acid rain you got there, Tamsin. Are you interested in donating that by any chance? Oh, come on, Radio Star. You got this. No! All right, another try. We get another try. We get another try. Yeah, baby, let's go. All right, that's big, chat. That's big. This is actually so filthy. This is so filthy. He can just sell his Catacomb package here. Like, he's not really going to need his Macaw anymore. He's not going to need his Caretaker. He's not going to need his Catacomb. Because, like, just putting random minions on the board is bigger. Metal Dispenser gets sold. I guess he's not going to farm that much against the Ghost anyway, is the reasoning. It's going to level to 6. Yeah. We have a golden Tethys, man. That's so cool. Wait, golden buddy, golden buddy, golden buddy. He does it, right? Yeah, of course it's Jeef. Of course he does it. He's not going to miss it. We're not playing this Acid Rain. It's fine in the hand. It'll get summoned. And our shop's not big anyway, so, I mean, we don't need to. Cycling the Sally for golden Tethys, I would imagine. Try to get some more procs, get those pirates. Get a little bit more money. Pick Radio Star with Sneed. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here too, chat. I think it might be good. Overconfidence against the ghosts. We like those. Until we lose, and then chat makes fun of us. So that's not great. But, you know, Jeef doesn't have that problem. He's going to end on a Catacomb anyway. He has 2 gold left, so after he sells, he's up to 3 gold. Farm a little bit of extra stats. I need those Titus, but the Titus never kills the Radio Star, right? Yeah, you can't get that. The Radio Star only gives you the card that it got killed by, and the Radio Star is too big. We buffed it so much with the Catacomb that the Titus can never kill it. Man. The Dispenser puts minions in your hand you don't want to summon. Well, the dispense... Oh my god. Wait!
You can each get me a beer, but first, let's see it again in super slow motion.
Oh, it reborned! Oh! I was like, wait, how did he steal one? Right, the reborn has no stats. Oh my god, he got his golden Titus, chat. Ooh. Here I am saying like, well, the Radio Star can't steal those Tituses, but he can! If it reborns, he can. And he's not losing because he stole a metal dispenser that's already on the board. It's such a clown fiesta, chat. Such an unbelievable clown fiesta. All right, so we have one guy left, which is a damn shame. This is the kind of situation where you would love to be able to play this more. So this is where, you know, that game that I was playing recently, Stash, where after you win the run, your board gets saved, right? And like future contenders have to challenge you. It would be so perfect for this board because you can say like, oh, who is gonna beat this board, right? You'd have to like try to cheese this board like crazy. Because he steals your board and then beats you with it. So you'd have to like play Beatles or something where you have to wait until the radio star is like dead. Like you'd have to do some weird stuff because like trying to beat this board with conventional strategies doesn't really work because he literally just takes your minions and then uses them against you. But he gets more, right? Because he steals 3 of them with the Titus. So if the radio star kills your best unit, Jeef now has 3 of those in his hand, which is ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna eat to make a little bit more board space. Just gonna make that golden to have more money. What are we rolling for? I guess another underdog? No, we don't even have underdog. I guess we're just making hand space. We don't even want underdog in our hands. Oh, Macaw is interesting, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna Macaw the Sneed. So he just like puts that on the board to make board space. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, so he also uses this golden arrow so he doesn't have it block hand space because he wants 6 spaces in his hand so that he can steal 6 things, right? So playing that Sindore, already good. We remove the Reborns. And then he puts down the Spore to just make board space so that he'll have enough space to summon all the minions with Sneed. Because he has this Macaw with the Golden Titus. Okay, he steals 3 Golden Apexuses, but unfortunately there's a bug. Okay, never mind. Where if you steal a Golden Minion, it's small. You don't get the stats. It's kind of weird. But those other guys are not golden. So we are summon 18,000 stats worth of Apexus in the middle of the fight. Because it remembers the buffs. If it's not golden, apparently. But yeah, he gets these huge Apexuses. And then the Sneed buddy is actually still alive. Is so crazy. So he can summon much more stuff. That is so insane, man. This is some Yu-Gi-Oh type shit. This is actually just Yu-Gi-Oh where he's like, I stole your pathetic cards and I beat you with him. Right?